Greetings, Culturians, and welcome back to the channel. Of course, I have something special for you today. It's a wonderful Wednesday, and YouTube is absolutely decimating linear television. Not sure what I'm talking about? Well, I'm talking about the fact that the networks are playing catch-up to the biggest digital platform out there, YouTube, at a time when, well, they have no way to do so. So we're going to talk about it. Here we go. Now, before we get started, just a real quick reminder, we're trying to get to 50K around here, and I need your help. So do me the simple favor, double check you're still subscribed. And if you're the 40% that are currently not subscribed, just, well, because you happen on my videos every once in a while, count yourself in as a Culturian and hit the subscribe button, turn on all notifications, and don't miss anything else, because there's a lot coming and in a very short period of time. So let's jump into this story. We've got YouTube is killing Fox, Disney, NBC Universal, and Warner Brothers Discovery as they all see their share of TV viewing drop as YouTube hits new highs, record highs, as a matter of fact. Coming to us from Luke over there at Cord Cutter, it says, in a seismic shift reshaping the television landscape, YouTube has emerged as the most watched TV provider in the United States for 2025. Well, it's been that way for a while, and the gap is increasing, and it's going to continue to increase because people are, believe it or not, watching more and more YouTube on their connected televisions in whatever way. YouTube can be watched in many places, including your tablet, laptop, and phone, amongst other devices, and you know what? People are choosing to watch it on the big box, and that seems to be a difference between men and women now, because men like to find the biggest possible screen. So if your TV viewers are primarily male, well, you need to move your audience expectations to the male side of the equation. Regardless, the Alphabet-owned video sharing platform has steadily climbed the ranks throughout the year, capturing the largest share of total TV viewing time and outpacing long-standing industry leaders. Because they're abandoning watching it the traditional way and going over to YouTube and getting it untraditionally, or in a preferred method on a larger screen with better sound and usually a better quality of news delivery from somebody who's authentic, that is talking to you from their own personal experience, their observation, and from the facts that are provided in many news stories. They just are shaped around a more manipulative framing. Now, let's not say that you can find all that great information here on the channel, but you can. And guess what? I'm on YouTube, so more of my friends are, and most people don't watch any of the linear stuff anywhere anymore. That's a big problem for them, but we'll keep going because Nielsen gave us all this data. This development underscores the accelerating dominance of digital streaming services over traditional broadcast and cable networks as viewer preferences continue to migrate toward on-demand and user-generated content. That would be me, friends, and I say thank you for commenting down below saying, good job, Culture, or give me a thumbs up at this point anyway. Nielsen's year-to-date analysis, drawn from its media distributor Gauge, reports spanning January through August of 2025, revealing YouTube commanding an average share of approximately 11.8%. That's all TV usage. That's substantial considering how many different things are out there for television to make use of. This marks a substantial increase from previous years, with the platform's viewing hours surging over 50% compared to 2023 levels. And I'll tell you this much. It's actually higher than what's being reported here, a little over 12%, and we'll find that out at the end of the September reading. But it's going to continue to grow because I have to tell you, everything in my house is viewed primarily on a television when I'm not working here in the studio. And that includes YouTube, which in fact is basically all my TV viewing. Growth is particularly pronounced among diverse demographics, including a 96% year-over-year rise in viewership from adults age 65 or older. Hey, who says you can't teach the old dogs new tricks? Younger viewers, age 18 to 34, account for 21%, while children 2 to 11 contribute 17%, highlighting the platform's broad appeal across generations. Well, duh. I mean, most of us have been electronically sophisticated since right after after we were born. So when kids are being handed a tablet when they're in the crib, you know, they're going to be okay with watching what they want to watch on a digital platform. Trailing YouTube in second place is Disney, which encompasses Disney Plus, Hulu, ESPN, averaging about 10.2% of share on TV viewing for the year. And look, if they didn't have that many different ways to watch things and they divided up amongst them, it really wouldn't be that high. It's taking advantage of the platforms they have, they acquired or they inherited, that is really bolstering their viewership, but it's not rising at the rate you would expect. The robust portfolio of family-friendly programming and live sports, Disney's experienced a noticeable decline, shedding roughly 1.5 percentage points from its 2024 performance. You see what I'm saying? More people will find the things they want to watch that doesn't have anything to do with Disney, and Disney hasn't been inspiring anybody recently with their terrible content. The drop is attributed to the absence of major sports events like NBA playoffs in certain months and increased competition from ad-free supported platforms, which they should have, but they don't. They wanted to make sure they took as much of your money as they possibly could. And the people that are not doing that, and I'm going to point towards Fox and anything that's News Corp is dropping, they kind of get it. We need to offer free options to watch some of your favorite things that we make, and so we do. We offer a free ad-supported platform that you can watch stuff on. Hulu's integration of original series and multi-platform distribution has helped mitigate some losses. Not really. But overall, Disney's traditional broadcast arms, including ABC affiliates, have seen reduced engagement as audience opt for more flexible viewing options. Well, and to actually find people who will tell them the truth, which let's just say that mainstream media hasn't done in a very, very long time. Believe it or not, Netflix is in third position, averaging 7.9% share of TV viewing specifically, bucking the downward trend among legacy media companies by posting consistent gains. And they do, because they also produce decent content for the most part for many viewers. There's value there that Disney doesn't offer, and they're going to continue to grow for the time being. Unless they falter, I would expect Netflix to be number 2 next year, but I could be wrong. Further down the rankings, NBC Universal is in fourth place at 8.1%, followed by Paramount Global with just a small percentage difference here at 7.8%, and Fox Corp is 7.2%. That leaves Warner Brothers Discovery, which is going to be breaking up soon, at 6.5%, and these traditional television conglomerates are actually relying heavily on linear television channels like NBC, CBS, Fox Broadcast, and cable networks such as TNT and HBO. Collectively, they've seen their shares erode by an average 1.2 percentage points, following in Disney's footsteps, and that's not a good thing. Now, of course, the folks over at Cord Cutter News want you to realize that the broader context of these shift points to a profound transformation in how Americans consume television. Streaming as a category has reached historic highs, accounting for 44.8% of total TV usage in May of 2025. In other words, almost 50%, and it's closing fast. It was found to be 47.3% in July, and this eclipsed share of broadcast and cable television at the time and really set more than a milestone and just an opportunity. 71% of gain here is substantial since 2021. And you have an enormous number of platforms and devices on which you can consume YouTube. That number isn't quite so high with linear television options, obviously. In fact, broadcast is down 21%. Cable is down 39% in the same period of time that we're measuring, which is just the first 2/3 of 2025. And those numbers are unlikely to shift. We're going to see a greater expansion of television consumption done on YouTube than we are anywhere else, which is why it seems that YouTube is starting to favor the mainstream old legacy media on YouTube over the authentic real creators like myself, which is why we need your help. That's right. It is audience participation time, which means I need you to comment down below. And if you haven't hit the like button already, please do so. Do you think that YouTube is going to continue to climb and eat up all of the other consumption for what we used to watch on TV? Do you think that platforms like YouTube are basically the future? Do you think that we're maybe 4 or 5 years away from most television linear offerings becoming completely irrelevant and nearly extinct? Or do you think there's still going to be a population that hangs on to that audience for just a little while longer? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments section below. And as always, be sure to take care of yourself, take care of others, and until next time, see ya! Probably somewhere on YouTube.